How's it going there, guys? Hey, Jeremy here with Consciousness Awake. How's it going with your weekend? Sending you positive vibrations as always. And I wanted to talk about something that's really important in my mind right now, which is trying to talk to you guys about certain ways, exercises, whatnot, that can help you more or less gain control, more and more control over your etheric body. Okay, your next energy body, the one that's the next layer out. It's one of the easier ones to try to manage and control, and even have out-of-body experiences in, and the real time zone, and move around Earth and check stuff out and do whatever you want to do. But also the thing here is what I'm trying to express is the importance of also doing that, and integrating your consciousness, almost equally or balanced in a way. It's within your human body, but you also have a part of your consciousness that's kind of more integrated into that etheric body, so that you can control it more, manage it, like I just said. So a few things to do, a few things to try, a few exercises, how we can have more of an energetic connection to our etheric body and make it obey us, and take control over it, and so that way that there's nothing else, there's no other person or nothing else that will take away that ability to control your etheric body. So here's one exercise that works great. This exercise, you're just laying down. I would just lay down, but you can do whatever you want to. Sit down in a chair, do whatever is comfortable for you. I just have done it laying down. And then what you want to do is just practice more or less taking your awareness and perspective, like visually. So you're literally within your own visualization, imagination, whatever you want to call it. You are literally kind of like hovering. Your awareness and your eyesight, what you're seeing and perceiving in front of you, is literally like in that spot of the bed, like observing your physical body from a different angle or a different spot in the room. Does that make any sense? All right, so let me give you an example. So you're laying down, and you want to just shift your awareness and perspective, let's say to your feet, right? To both feet, or your two big toes, for example. But let's go with feet, because they're bigger, they're a little easier to visualize. And so what you're doing is you are moving your awareness, and you are just imagining that location of your body, like you're there, like your eyes are there, right? And then what you're doing too at the same time is you're laying down, you're relaxing. You're probably doing some kind of breathing exercise that works well for you. And when you go a few minutes into this, at some point, sometimes it might be just a minute or a few minutes or 5 minutes or 30 minutes, or a matter of just trying it a few times, several times, until you achieve more of the result that you're trying to achieve. Sometimes we have to really put some time and energy into things, into getting good at a particular art, because astral projection is considered over the centuries as an art. But anyways, back to what we're talking about. So as you're going through this process, right? So your awareness is at your feet. At some point, you'll feel fluctuations, energetic fluctuations, gravitational shifts, pressures, vibrations. You're going to feel something, at the location of your feet. And so when you're focusing your consciousness and awareness on a particular location, and you then feel and sense that fluctuation, which is that etheric body starting to vibrate, okay, because it's starting to activate. You start feeling the senses and the vibrations of the body. And then at the same time, right after that, you feel like there is actually something moving, moving up and down, side to side, whatever. But you feel like there's another body, literally, moving. And your awareness at that time, during this particular kind of focused exercise, is right in that location where you felt the sensation of the etheric body moving around. And the reason why I focus on the feet for this example, for this kind of exercise, is because in a lot of cases, for myself and for a lot of other astral projectors or people who've just had even just a few out-of-body experiences, they do a lot of them explain how when they first feel that other body and they're kind of moving in and integrating consciousness into that other body and feeling the senses, the input, from that etheric body in its own environment, in that next dimensional space, they commonly explain how it feels like like one of their legs flops up. It's very common, and it feels like people explain it as feeling like their human leg is coming up, or flopping up, but it's just all it is that they're just sensing and feeling through their consciousness that other body's senses and actually starting to feel it actually move up and down stuff. So it's just the integration process of the whole thing. Anyways, so that is one great exercise, moving your awareness, shifting your awareness to a certain location on your body and just focusing on that. It's simple, but it is hard to do. You have to try it a few times, but it just kind of just increases just that whole energetic connection between everything, between your different bodies and stuff and everything. It's just like I said, it's like a form of muscle memory, but it's not muscle, it's like energetic. The other cool one is, it involves more or less trying to control your etheric body, making your consciousness dominant or control over that other body. Again, the etheric body mirror image looks very similar to your human body, very, very much so. And it's like almost like a copy. And so this other exercise, you just want to sit down in a chair or something, like a chair, preferably a chair, and have some kind of really good sleeping mask, quality sleeping mask that really blocks out all the light and visibility. And you just want to practice just visualizing that copy of you, and that copy of you, you're thinking like, hey, this is my energy body, this is my etheric body, it looks very similar to my physical body. So what helps with this is some mirror gazing, like simple mirror gazing, where you just sit there and just really stare at yourself to really formulate a very good visualization of what you look like. Some people don't really look in the mirror all the time, so it might be kind of hard to just really totally visualize themselves. I think most people can, but mirror gazing here and there kind of assists with that visualization process. But but you're basically just imagining a copy of yourself 10 feet away in the room you're in, to the right or to the left of the room, or right in front of you. And you want to get to the point of where you are wearing something that blacks out your visibility, but you are seeing energetically, you're seeing like a grayish, whitish body, grayish, whitish, a little brown, but essentially mainly more on the grayish and the whitish spectrum. Sometimes maybe with a little brighter, whiter outline on the outer part of that etheric body. Sometimes is what I've seen, but what you're doing is you're just visualizing that copy of you 10 feet away, and you want to have control over it. So once you can actually see that body 10 feet in front of you, and you can make it move up a little bit, you can make it go to the left a little bit, you can make it go to the right a little bit, you're in control. Remember, it is your etheric body. It's just a matter of you more or less just putting a little more integration process, energetic connection, etc., of just your consciousness more into that body to have more control over it. That's all. But that's another way. That's another cool way. And then some people do an astral projection that way, where they basically, they sit down, and like I said, they put on the sleeping mask, and they just do the visualization. They start making that energy body do everything under command, and then you just guide it to come over to you, so that you can just go into it and just transfer your consciousness into it very easily. A very controlled astral projection. Those are very difficult. I have had a success with that, just maybe a few times over the years. But they're one of the hardest types. One of the hardest ways to do it. Anyways, there's just some more tips and exercises, information for you guys. Didn't mean to go 12 minutes, but I love you. All right, peace.